Good morning, everybody. It's Ms. Dobeck checking in on this Tuesday for another video on keeping your mental health healthy. Today, I wanted to talk about feelings. And I know sometimes when I say that word, it's like, ugh, feelings. But that's one of the things that makes being a human so wonderful, is that we do get to experience such a range of emotions. And some of those can be wonderful, and we love feeling those feelings. Some of those might be like love itself, or joy, or excitement. There's a whole bunch of those positive emotions that we really love to feel, right? But then there's also the other side of things with being a human that we experience, and those are those not so pleasant emotions. And some of those might be fear or sadness, maybe anger or stress and anxiety. And so today I wanted to just talk a little bit about the importance of allowing ourselves to feel those feelings as well. Because we know sometimes that if you're having some of those emotions, you may try to bottle those all up, shove them deep down in there somewhere and not deal with them at all, right? We want to kind of forget about those feelings. But when we do that, they don't go away. They stay there, okay, and kind of festering and bottling up. And eventually, if we keep pushing those feelings down and not allowing ourselves to feel them, we're gonna kind of have almost like an explosion of those feelings. So sometimes that's where we see someone who has been bottling up their anger for way too long, and all of a sudden they just kind of lose it, right? And their anger just kind of explodes. Or the same thing can happen with all of those types of emotions, perhaps sadness, and then we've kind of been pushing that down and not really dealing with our sadness, and then all of a sudden we just get this overwhelming feeling of sadness that we're like, this is too much. I don't know where this came from or what to do with this, right? So I want to just talk a little bit today about the importance of feeling those feelings when they're happening. And right now, with everything going on, you may be feeling more of those emotions than you usually do. So you may be feeling some different emotions because of some of the things that we're missing out on right now, especially in the months of March and April. So it's okay to feel sad about some of the things that you might be missing out on. It's okay to feel angry about some of those things. It's okay to feel anxious right now, right? Those are all human emotions that we're going to feel at times. So what we want to do is when we're feeling those, we want to allow ourselves to feel them for a little bit, right? Instead of bottling them down in. And, we're also going to feel the positive emotions too, okay? And us as humans, it's wonderful. We can experience different emotions all at the same time too. We may feel happy about one thing, sad about another thing. So it's important to feel all of those. So when we are feeling sad, it's okay if we perhaps maybe put on a sad song or watch a sad movie because we're like, I just need to get this out, right? We can cry. That's one of the ways that we as humans have to process that sadness and just let it out, right? We can, if we're angry, we can perhaps go into our room and scream as loud as we want into our pillow. Or maybe we're lucky enough to have, like a punching bag or something in our house that we can kind of get that stuff out. Whatever ways you have at this time to kind of release those feelings and just feel those feelings, it's important to do so that they don't get all bottled up. The other thing with feelings is that it's important to kind of feel those feelings and process what we're actually feeling, because sometimes we may say, oh, I'm just so angry, but when we really think about it, it's actually that we're sad that we're missing out on something, or maybe we're missing our normal friends and things that we see on a regular basis, or there might be a lot of other feelings hidden beneath that anger. So it's important to really recognize what emotions we're feeling. So that way, when we feel our feelings, it kind of helps to motivate us. Like, wow, I'm not liking how I'm feeling this sadness almost every day. And so that may motivate us to change our behaviors a little bit and say, okay, how can I handle things a little differently? How can I change my mindset? How can I focus on things a little differently so that I don't keep feeling this? Or the same thing with anger. Maybe, we're in a situation that we're like, I don't really think this is the best situation for me, perhaps with a friendship or, just anything. And it can help us to recognize how we're truly feeling about things and maybe change some things also. It gives us motivation, helps us to kind of think through life a little bit with those feelings and emotions. So today I just wanted to talk briefly about the importance of our feelings and our emotions and making sure that you guys are allowing yourself, we're humans, we're going to have those emotions, so allow yourself to feel them. I promise they'll go away eventually, right? We're never going to feel the same feeling for forever. So just allow yourself to go through them a little bit, get them out so they're not stuck in there. And the more you do that, the more you'll be able to kind of recognize, okay, I'm feeling this way. I can do this, or this to help myself, and eventually that's going to go away. And then we can get back to those really nice feelings. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this talk on feelings. Happy Tuesday, and I will check in with you tomorrow. See you guys.